is probably one of the only other people I remember meeting at the same bar. Please welcome Kim Fuller.
Very different view up here. So my happy place, my good time, is when I'm dancing. Like I get in the zone. Totally get in the zone. So my recent best time actually was 3 weeks ago when my oldest son got married. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm a mother of a son who's old enough to get married. I know I think So we're very excited. It was like a COVID coming out party because we're with all of our favorite people. And we're maskless. All of us are vaccinated. It's a good time. So I loved this theme tonight. And I was excited to go to the wedding, not only to celebrate my son, who I hadn't seen in a really long time, because he lives in California, and that's where the wedding was. My daughter lives there too. So I was feeling, kind of disconnected from them, and I was really looking forward to going and connecting. And I knew there would be dancing, because there's always dancing at weddings. So dancing has been in my life for as long as I can remember. So my dad was a Vietnam guy, and he went off and did his thing, but he always brought presents back. And one of my favorite memories is us in these little grass skirts. I have two sisters, one is in the audience tonight, one of my dancing partners. But we used to wear these little grass skirts, and just imagine the shag carpet going, right? And the records when you put the needle down. And it starts Herman's Hermits. And we just started jamming out to Herman's Hermits. And my dad was into dancing. And we learned to do the luau, and we're doing this little thing, right? So dancing's been in my family forever. It's like the thing that connects us and bonds us whenever there's, a downtime, if you will. So I kept that alive when I had my kids. I used to, get kind of bored in those winter days, and I would just pick the kids up in my arms, crank the hip-hop music, and just go nuts. Hip-hop. I love hip-hop. So I'm a product of the 80s, right? I graduated college in 1986. It was like the prime of like MC Hammer, Janet Jackson, and all the moves. So throughout my life of dancing, I would, I wasn't like, Will Smith. I was definitely like Kevin James. Moves, big white girl moves. And so in the 80s, I don't even remember when I first started doing it, but I developed my signature move, I call it. And I didn't invent the move, but I love doing it because nobody expects it. I'm just doing my thing, my hip hop, and I was really, like hip hop, like big moves. I would take up a lot of space. And all of a sudden, this move just came in. Running Man. I love the Running Man, right? It's like, Running Man! And it's like you can sort of bust into it. Like you're just kind of doing your Will Smith, and all of a sudden you bust into the Running Man and everybody goes nuts. So I kind of went from being in my zone, my quiet place, and doing my own thing on the dance floor, to busting out and connecting with people. People, yeah, the Running Man! They all try to do it, and they can't. Just can't. So, this move became like a thing that I just had in my pocket whenever I wanted to have a good time. So my daughter takes me to like a Jimmy Kimmel show, and before the show starts, they have a guy that comes and warms up the audience, right? Plays games with you and all this kind of stuff. So he comes out and he says, "Anybody got any talents? You can win a t-shirt." Like, I want the t-shirt. I want the Jimmy Kimmel t-shirt. I'm gonna get the extra large for my hubby. Gotta get the t-shirt. So I'm looking at my daughter and she goes, "Mom, please. You're not gonna do." Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm doing it. My hand goes up. Oh, me. The guys are like, doing all these weird tricks. I'm like, so he calls me down. He's like, what do you got? I said, "I can do the Running Man." And he's like, "Seriously?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So big smile. Kevin James, arms going. Right, so connected me was when I met my daughter's boyfriend for the first time. So he's trying to win me over, right? I go to her college dorm, or college apartment, and it's her birthday, and they're having like a pizza making party or something. And I said, you guys go do all your drinking games, whatever. I'll make the pizzas in here. Of course, he comes in. Hi, Mrs. Fuller. And so he's real awkward and trying to, get to know me or whatever. But then the music starts. Whenever the music starts, that's it. I'm on the dance floor. So I'm like, pizzas are done! And then I go out to the living room and I bust into my 80s moves, right? So he comes out and he goes, oh my God, you have to teach me more 80s moves. So we instantly bonded and connected again through this dance. It was great. He has his own signature move now, but I can't even. So dancing, this move's become my thing. So 3 weeks ago, when my son is in the prime of his love, we're in this beautiful vineyard setting in Southern California, and I'm wearing my gold lame platform shoes and lovely navy blue mother of the bride dress with giant gold earring. I mean, come on. And it's cold. It's kind of cold. So I'm like, all right, screw the platforms because the dancing's going to be beginning soon. And I put these on. And I'm ready to go. So nice, beautiful outdoor seating. They got all the, sort of family style seating. Very, very Southern California, beautiful. Everything's great. Very privileged white woman here. And so we're sitting in this freezing cold, like, okay, it's really cold. It was the weirdest weather. I can't even tell you why it was cold in Southern California at this time, but it was freezing. And so we're all shivering, but I've got my shoes on. I'm ready to dance. I can hear the DJ. Whoa, wait a minute. The music's starting. I can hear it. So in the middle of my bite, I get up and I walk. So we start, and they've already had the first dance and all that stuff, so it's all good. So I'm just, doing my little, Will Smith, just tight, nice, not white girl big yet, just a little bit of this, and so it's all good. And then the DJ goes, we're going inside. It's too cold out here. So I'm like, thank you, Lord. There's going to be dancing. So, as I was saying, this was like a COVID coming out party. Everybody was ready to party. Everybody was ready to have a good time. So that dance floor was packed the entire night. They're playing every pop tune that's good to dance to. We're all dancing. My husband loses me because he knows that I'm just in the zone. I don't know. He looked so cute that night too, and I just was like, I gotta go. Dancing's happening. So I'm doing my thing, and life is good. And my son, I can see my son just loving life and having the blast, and everyone's just having a great time. And at the very end of the night, probably, I don't know, second to last song maybe. I'm going to try not to cry. It was that moment. My son grabs me, pulls me into the middle of one of those dance circles, It's like, come on, Mom. We're going to do our thing. So the mother of the bride and the groom of the evening, we're dancing together. And the song's warming up. Frank, the song starts warming up. And my son says to me, Mom, when the beat drops, let's do the Running Man. Even though my kids are so far away, and I haven't gotten to see them much this year, there's something about that thread of finding pure joy in the dancing together. And I feel like I've passed on something so small, which is the Running Man dance. Because he really nailed it. Oh, Henry. But it just was a moment where I thought, It doesn't matter where we are. It just matters who we're with in each moment. And I thought in that moment, we were sharing something that had started way back with my parents, all the way up to that moment. And it was so heart-filling that every time I do that dance now, I'm probably going to think of that circle and know that my son is doing just fine wherever he is, thanks to the London Town.